Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, joined by Jake Faas, our SeemsGoodMagic.com resident lore master.
Hey everybody.
So he's going to be helping me do my draft today because I've been struggling kind of a lot with this set. I've lost to Angel of Glory's Rise in the first round in 3 8-4 drafts, so maybe my sample is a little biased by that, but this seems like a fairly obvious pick. Jake, would you agree? Moonsilver Spear. I haven't even gotten a chance to play with it yet. But,
I don't see anything that's first pick over it for sure.
Yeah, there's some good stuff in here.
This back, yeah.
I like the Human Frailty.
Yeah, Latch Seeker's good.
Yep.
Griff Vanguard is good.
Gold Knight Redeemer. Those are all legit.
Those are all.
Even Croonstrike's probably not first pickable, but definitely a good card for the red-white human strategy. Mm-hmm. We're gonna go with the Moonsilver Spear since it not only keeps us open, but is like a ridiculous bomb card.
Yeah, really good in like the blue-green soulbound strategy if you get Elgod shield mates and stuff.
All right, so follow up. I usually like forcing green. I don't know if you feel the same way, Jake, but only because I just love green so much in this format.
Yeah, green does have decent removal. It's got all the probably like arguably the best soulbound creatures.
So let's talk about this pack. We've got another Gold Knight Redeemer, which is indeed good. We've got Thatcher Revolt, which would be half of the components, I guess, necessary for like the... There's just actually a lot of cards that have sweet synergies with Thatcher Revolt. So Thatcher Revolt's just awesome for the red-white human. A lot of stuff you can pick up with that. I'm actually inclined to pick Geist Trapper here.
I agree. I think Geist Trappers is really good.
Yeah, and this usually comes late, but I love this in multiples too. So
yeah.
Gold Knight Redeemer is indeed good. Is a great card, actually. I would just prefer to go down the green path. And this one with Moonsilver Spear, just buying you time, I kind of like it already, so
yeah,
I think I'm going to pick that. Like I said, I just sort of like forcing green when I can.
Oh wow, Descent into Madness.
Okay, yeah.
I can't believe it made it this late.
I don't think I'm going to pick it. Definitely, I don't even know the path that really sets you down. It's just, that would be a hard card to build a deck around. Let's talk about power level in here, what I'm looking at.
It looks like we might be getting cut green or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's so early. Maybe it's just a weird pack and just didn't have much green in it, which is also possible. So still a little too early to tell on that. But we should probably just go for the most powerful card.
Demonic Taskmaster.
Yeah, I'd say the Taskmaster is probably the strongest card in here. We get another chance at Thatcher Revolt. Another chance with Thatcher Revolt. It actually has pretty horrible synergy with Moonsilver Spear, so I'm a little less inclined to pick it here, since we're definitely playing this, and this is like one of the biggest, win cons for our deck.
Defy Death is actually, I would almost pick Defy Death.
Okay,
we've been getting past.
I think I agree with that. Yeah. And this one's really good.
Yeah.
And it's an uncommon, so you don't get a chance to see a ton of them. All right. So we've got a couple options here. We've got Vigilante Justice, which is a really strong card. Makes me wish
we had taken those Thatchers Revolt.
Possibly. But, that would have been a good route. I still like forcing green. I like Timberland Guide more than either of these two white the Valiant and the Inquisitor. I just like the Guide more.
Yeah.
More stuff you can do with it, like Cloud Shift if you're in white, or I don't know. There's just
it's
just a good ability.
It's a really good card.
Works better with like some green cards too.
Yeah.
Nightshade Peddler. It's an awesome way to
If you go into blue green too, it's like got the good they've got the good shift spells too. So
and they got like Peel from Reality and stuff too. Okay, yeah, I'm fine with taking Timberland Guide here. I like him a lot.
I do like Commander's Authority, but I think that we already got enough 5 drops. Ooh.
Okay. Well, I said I love Angel of Glory's Rise. I'm getting blown. Is this a foil too?
Yeah, it is.
I'm at this point. I'm fine with taking it, especially if we're white green.
Yeah,
and we already have a Defy Death. Yeah,
let's take it.
I don't even know why it's come this late. This is a really fantastic card. Battles. Anything I've learned so far, battles in this format like go a really long time. I mean, you can get steamrolled, but more often than not, you get these long, like drawn out battles. And what happens with me is when I get blown out by this card, I just get like the board presence I need. I just overcome them, and I've got the card advantage, I've got the board presence, and then they slam Angel of Glory's Rise in, and it's game over. There's like no recovering from it. So definitely taking this card. Very happy to get it 5th. Very surprised to get it 5th. Someone's gonna have a sweet humans deck. We're past some good red ones. I guess we haven't seen any of the commanders yet, though, so that's
Well,
good.
that one's,
I don't want to be
the
passing
Riot
that.
Ringleader is really good. That's like
Yeah,
another-
definitely with Thatcher Revolt,
I mean,
it's
we've
good
passed
too.
like totally the components for the Thatcher Revolt deck already.
Yeah. Here, I guess I'm inclined to take the U Spirit. I've definitely gotten hosed by this card, and I like it a lot.
It's a good finisher.
So, and there's not a ton else on color. I don't really like Midvast Protector all that much. Probably play it if I had to, but
if it had flash, it'd be a totally different story.
So we're gonna take the U Spirit there. All right. So what do we got now? It looks like a lot of red still. Nothing really good here besides Zealous Strike. Still not really inclined to ever play Layer Delve, but I don't know. I've had an opponent play it against me and get 2 lands before, so they got full value. We're gonna take Zealous Strike since it's actually like a legit trick. Okay. So we've got Cloud Shift to the Moonlight Geist. You're more inclined to take the Cloud Shift. I mean, it does have the better synergy with Zealous Strike, or with Timberland Guide, and with the Angel of Glory's Rise too. Actually, that's pretty cool.
Well, with Geist Trappers too, like
Soul Bond,
yeah.
Protect. Cloud Shift's cool because it not only protects your creatures, but in the case of Angel of Glory's Rise, that can actually be ridiculous, getting all your guys back. So maybe you're right over the Flyer.
Flyer is cool, but
yeah, I'd say you're right. Just we've got the underwhelming.
Yeah,
I guess
there are so many Flyers. Look, we can pick up the Angelic Wall here and
yeah.
be happy that we passed that one.
And I'm much more inclined to pick up the Angelic Wall than over the Lumberknot, which, even though we're in I would say the best color combination to actually get value out of Lumberknot, since we're in the Soulbond colors, we're gonna definitely take the Angelic Wall since we already have a good amount of 5-drops and getting this thing online. Actually, we'd probably slam as many Angelic Walls as we could possibly get, just because our win cons now are just so solid.
Game.
But yeah, but exactly late. Wildwood Geist is a fine 5-drop. I mean, we're already a little 5 heavy, but
well, why don't we take the Escort? I mean,
I don't think I'm inclined to play it. Is my only thing. I mean, it does have Soul Bond, which can be cool with Joint Assault and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think I'd actually main deck the Wildwood Geist, where I only sideboard that. So I'm gonna take the Wildwood Geist.
I really like Angel's Mercy for the sideboard.
Oh, okay. Have you played it out of side before?
Yeah,
all right.
Against the red-white build.
The human deck?
Yeah.
It actually buys you enough time, you'd say?
Yeah. I mean, if they're all in on the revolts and stuff early, then it can basically negate 2 revolts if they didn't have a, Riot Ringleader or something else.
Alright, we'll take it. Sideboard. Alright, well, you talked about Commander's Authority, and at this point, it's not like we're really passing anything.
Commander's Authority works well on Angelic Wall, too.
Yeah, that's true. I could see that. What else does it work well with? There's other stuff that it's good with. It's better in the red-white strategy, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Banner's Raised
playable.
can be a blowout, so I would just get that out of it.
Yeah, and I haven't even had anybody play a Crown Ghoul against me yet, so...
So we're safe.
I could have let somebody have the Scroll of Gristlebrand, but that's okay. I've actually had a guy get value out of that a couple times. Full value, I mean. Alright, so far we're looking pretty good. I like where we're at. Wow, and we get to follow it up with a sweet card to ramp us into our heavy drops.
We can also do Emancipation Angel.
That's true. I think if we were a beatdown deck, which I don't think we are, I would be much more inclined to take the Emancipation Angel followed by Gloom Widow. This pack also has Nightshade Peddler and Pathbreaker Worm and Angelic Wall. I have a feeling we're going to table something really good out of this, so I feel like the Sage, yeah. Especially since we're in white. I mean, we're going to get some, and green.
We're heavy 5-drop, too.
Green and white has heavy drops in general, so let's take the Sage here. It's a good rare. Can bring it back with the Angel, too.
Archangel? That's sweet.
Okay. We
Or
do.
Claw.
Yeah, this is actually. This is
Ooh,
going to
and
be.
Borderland
This is a
Ranger.
weird pick. I like that these packs are actually loaded with our colors, even though it maybe puts other people wanting to grab our colors. It's a good chance that we're going to wheel something good out of this too.
And a Righteous Blow.
Yeah, so we got Righteous Blow, Archangel, Vorse Claw, Wandering Wolf. I mean, if we were going to pick a creature, it would have to be the Archangel, right? I mean, this card is
That'll
in
put a game away
games,
for
yeah.
Sure.
But do we want that over Righteous Blow since we are going to be pretty removal light? I mean, we're actually 0 removal right now. We've got a trick. We've got something that can hold opponents off. And that's about it for early. So I'm a little inclined to take Righteous Blow over one of these bombs, but we definitely want to be able to get full value out of Somberwald Sage too. And being able to ramp, what is that? You could get turn 4 Archangel?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick. What do you think? Righteous Blow or Archangel?
Well, I think we'll see Righteous Blow more often out of the next 2 packs. Than
I'll go with Archangel on that. I think you're right. I've gotten blown out by this before.
Nice. And Trusted or Force Mage.
I think we're going to go with the Force Mage here. This card is super strong. Howlgeist is very good, but
we're already way top heavy too.
And Force Mage is going to be sick with our Angel as well. I mean, I'd like to be able to have enough of our creature base be able to get rezzed from Angel. So
yeah, it's got good synergy with Timberland Guide too.
As well, yeah. I like that.
It goes to 3/3.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Trust Force Mage. Okay, we've got a couple options here. We've got the Defang and we've got the Valiant. Valiant's human, so it's cool with the Angel. It's also actually pretty good with Timberland Guide. Very good with Trusted Force Mage. Really good with Moonsilver Spear too. Vigilant First Strike is always good.
Yeah. Defang is okay. But
I've actually been pretty unimpressed with this card, but since we're actually at 0 removal and we are a deck that wants to, like I said earlier, just sort of hold our opponent off until we can get our sweet, win cons online, I think I am going to take the Defang here over the Thraben Valiant. I think I'd just like to at least have a couple pieces of removal at my disposal, so we'll take Defang. Okay, so we've got a couple options here as well. We've got another Cloud Shift, we've got another Zealous Strike, Joint Assault, which
I think I would do Joint Assault.
I think I'm cool with Joint Assault as well. How many actual Soulbound guys we have?
Even without the amount of, the necessary amount of Soulbound, I think it's still good enough, as a trick.
I actually like Sheltering Word a lot too for protection, but I think you're right. I think we'll go with the Joint Assault. We're in the right colors for it, and it's a powerful effect when you get full value, and it's a good trick when you don't. A little low on creatures right now, but we've still got another pack.
Another Vexing Devil in this pool?
Yeah, that's kind of cool. We're going to go with Geist Trappers again, and I would play that probably, well, we can probably cut the Commander's Authority for now. I mean, we don't have to cut any cards yet, but just for curve purposes, I would play a Geist Trapper over that. I mean, Bladed Bracer is cool too. We're in colors that have a lot of humans, but I can't really stress enough how good this card is. I really like Geist Trappers a lot. Stops so many threats.
I actually like Abundant Growth.
Yeah, I think I'm inclined to take that as well. It would open us up for a 3rd pack splash. Primal Surge is almost unplayable, not only because it's 10 mana, but because you need to build your deck where it's all permanents. I guess in Limited you have a lot more permanents than non-permanents, but still.
But you also have a smaller deck.
And getting to 10 mana is just ridiculous. So we're gonna take the Abundant Growth here. Okay, well we got the Pathbreaker Worm, which I think I'm cool with taking actually too. We're gonna be pretty good on our in-game at that point, but
I would definitely take Worm here.
Yeah, we're gonna take the Worm. There's not really anything else for us. Alright, well we tabled that wall, and I'm gonna take that over the second Worm. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think so. I think we definitely want to be stopping the early aggro at this point.
Yeah, and especially since we already know that human deck is out there. We want to take the Angelic Wall and make sure that we can stop their early threats. I've actually had someone play this against me, and
it's actually intimidating if they
land it seems like it seems like you have 1 million mana in this format too. So this card can actually do things.
I don't think it's for our deck, but I think it's. I mean, we've got the U Spirit, so
I guess you're right.
I don't even think it definitely doesn't trump Wildwood Geist, but
I think actually I just don't want to go up against it, and I'd rather go up against the Scalding Devil, I suppose. Hopefully I don't just lose to Scalding Devil now. So we saw Stern Mentor, so maybe some people's playing Dreadwaters, but I don't think this card is all that good. I don't really care if they play Midnight Duelist, but I don't really want to play Grounded either. I think we actually will go to
take
Duelist.
the Duelist. I saw an Exterminator.
It's a human, I guess. Heirs of Stromkirk is good, and Gang of Devils is good, but I think I'm a little more threatened by Heirs of Stromkirk.
I totally would be too.
For us as well. So, I'll take it. Hide it. Table that Sheltering Word, which I'm very inclined to play. I like this card a lot, especially when you have high toughness guys like the Trappers, and I don't know, a lot of our guys have high toughness. U-Spirit too is pretty sick with it. Oh, I hope I didn't miss it. Oh, I got it, okay. Yeah, I guess I'll take that. We're looking good. I like where we're at. Still very happy that we got past that Angel of Glory's Rise. Finally going to get an opportunity to play with that card. And actually opening the Moonsilver Spear is going to be really good too.
You should take the Scrapper out. Right?
Yeah. Let's take that out. Okay, so we're looking for just a couple more playables here. Alright, so we've opened Deadeye Navigator as our rare, which actually just yesterday I got blown out by this in Constructed. Kind of frustrating. I'll talk about that more later. We've got Devout Chaplain, which has actually been... I always say it's irrelevant, and then whenever I say it's irrelevant, I've gone into a match where someone played it against me, and like, just totally, it was a blowout.
There are a lot of good enchantments in this set.
Yeah.
You know.
And we're a little bit, we're short on 3 drops.
Yeah.
I mean, I certainly wouldn't mind taking a 3rd Geist Trapper, but considering how good it's been wheeling those, I feel like we have a good chance getting it again. I really like Devout Chaplain. It looks like it's going to be fitting our curve the best. So, are you cool with first pick in that? It's pretty underwhelming first pick. Actually, what do you think about Bone Splinter? Since we've already got the Abundant Growth,
I guess we could do that too.
We're open for splash. Are you cool with that? We're a little short on creatures, but
I feel like the Devout Chaplain is like totally relevant.
Okay, all right, I'm cool with that. All right, now we've got Gloom Widow, which I'm pretty sure we're gonna slam. We're not a beatdown deck, so you could argue the Moorland Inquisitor because it's human. But the efficiency on this card is just overwhelming, I think. Play Gloom Widow, play Trusted Force Mage, and you've got just an awesome board presence. And it doesn't really commit us. God, we've passed like a million Thatcher Vaults.
Yeah.
Someone's going to have an awesome human deck.
We could do Vanguard Shield at some point. Not this pick, but that would be good with our Angelic Walls since we have seen so many Revolts.
Yeah, that's true. I never really think about this card all that much, so... you can help with that. This is sick too. That's gonna be really dirty.
Yeah.
Let's take the Gloom Widow here. Are you cool with that?
Yeah, I think so.
Still good for our curve. Efficient beater. Ooh. All right. Well, we get some good options here. The Commander is gonna be good for our opponents that just got all those 1,000, revolts. I'm still inclined to take the Banishing Stroke, only because once again our removal is pretty much limited to Defang, Zealous Strike, a couple Angelic Walls, which aren't removal, but just hold opponents off. Terrifying Presence is okay. I mean...
I like Terrifying Presence, but I don't think it's an early pick. I'd say Banishing Stroke, the Commander, maybe the Guardians. Those are good. They are really good, actually. But I'd say Vanishing Stroke still over those. But
I mean, we only have one 4-drop. Actually, Commander, if you res it with Angel, is pretty sick with a bunch of other humans. Plus, we don't want our opponents to have it. Do we need the Banishing Stroke? I guess that's the real question. I'm actually going to take the Commander. I think our opponents are going to want this a lot. Ooh, we got past a sweet little white rare here.
That's super white.
Yeah, that's true. Are we super green? We're not really. We're actually more white than green right now. And this is an Angel, so it works with our Defy Death.
We could definitely take that card.
Yeah, and it's not like, what are we really passing? We're passing a Joint Assault, which another one would be fine, but unnecessary. Into the Void, which is probably pretty splashable, I would think, when you already have an Abundant Growth, but...
We've only got one Abundant Growth.
I'm absolutely cool with taking this here.
That. If we get that Abundant Growth on a Forest first turn, too.
Oh, yeah.
Totally
so we're even, like, fixed for it, too. I like that. We're shaping up to be a pretty sick deck here, actually.
There's a Nettle Boar.
Nettle Swine's cool. Still a little bit inclined to take a 3rd Angelic Wall. I guess 4-drop would fill our curve. Our curve would be looking really good if we took the Nettle Swine. Angelic Wall is going to be good early protection still, though. I mean, what do we really just want to buy time to this Angel, right? Or
Yeah.
Archangel, or even U-Spirit, Moonsilver Spear.
Yeah, we're just trying to like get
We're
to our
we're buying
final
time,
deck,
and I think this is going to be a little more for beatdown. And since we have the option of taking the Angelic Wall here, I'm a little more inclined to take that.
Yeah, but a Nettle Swine will break through our Angelic Walls.
That's true.
I guess we can defang it.
Yeah, I think we'd take the Angelic Wall here, because we're going to play as many Angelic Walls as we can get.
Ooh, Cathedral Sanctifier.
This card will also buy us some time, so I like it. I think I like it more than the second Sheltering Word, so yeah, let's go with the Sanctifier. Second Commander's Authority, but there's also Vanish, or Devastation Tide. Yeah, this card's pretty tough to play in Limited. You sort of have to have a plan for that. Oh god, Shieldmate's pretty good. Crippling Chill is pretty good too.
I'd almost hate out the Crippling Chill.
Hate it?
Yeah.
But remember, this is going to be good for our red-white opponent as well. I mean, it's an aura though, and I guess Crippling Chill is a little cooler, a little better against our bomb threats, so I think you're right. We'll take that. Alright, well...
Righteous Blow, that's
Ooh, actually, I've heard so many good things about this, and I haven't gotten a chance to play it. We are in a position to splash it.
Well, the other thing is we're playing Angelic Walls, so we can just trot out walls and sit behind them until they play something.
Until they play their bomb that
yeah.
they can get through it.
Yeah.
Then we drop Infinite Reflection, copy all of our walls, turn into that threat, and we kill them with it. I kind of like that. I do like Righteous Blow a ton, though.
Yeah, and I think Infinite Reflection at this point, like, that's a cool strategy if you're right away, because then you can be like, yeah,
build around a little bit,
yeah,
but all right. So Righteous
a little
Blow.
more defensive.
Yeah, let's get some more early defense. I guess I'm cool with that. What do you think? Another 6-drop, or do we hate a Fervent Cathar?
I don't mind that. The Voice of the Provinces.
Yeah, I don't mind it either. I mean,
we
have a ton of playables already, but I don't see why we shouldn't take this. Don't want to. I mean, take it away from our opponents is cool too, and it's an awesome stall card. At worst. Let's see. We take the Vanguard Shield.
Yeah, we can pick up a foil.
All right. Yeah, we're taking it because it's foil. Could have also taken the Seraph's whatever there because we have enough angels probably to do it. Cloud Shift, Terrifying Presence.
I think we're more a Terrifying Presence deck than we are a Cloud Shift deck.
All right. And what's the reasoning behind that?
We've got all the large bombs, first of all, so, like, let's say they're doing the multi-block to kill something, then we can Terrifying Presence it to save it.
Okay. I can agree with that. Especially considering we already have a Cloud Shift.
Yeah. I'd take the Necrobite here as... Hey,
really?
Well,
no, we want the Curse Break. Yeah. I think we want the sideboard option here. I guess you said we passed 1,000 Thatcher's Revolt, so possibly Banner's Raised.
I'd take the Banner's Raised.
I'm not intimidated by Raging Poltergeist.
No.
I've played it and been disappointed in myself for playing it, so... Let's take the Layer Delve, I guess. Alright, I'd say we look pretty good, wouldn't you, Jake?
Yeah.
Plenty of good threats. We're in green, which I wanted to force anyway, so... Alright, we're gonna build a deck, and we'll be right back with you. Okay, so Jake and I talked a little bit. This is what we've come up with as our best 23 cards to play. Once again, our strategy for this deck is just sort of stall until we get our win cons online, which consist of Moonsilver Spear, the Angel, U-Spirit's actually a pretty good late game win con. The Worm and 2 Angels are pretty awesome as well. I mean, Voice is fine as a win con as well. Alright, so I like the way this deck looks. I think that we've got some very good stall elements to it. Kind of were talking about our 23rd card for a little bit. It was between these 5, and we decided Zealous Strike was the most relevant because of the first strike. Joint Assault, if we had maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 more Soul Bond creatures, would probably be the more relevant one, but as it is, we only have the Force Mage, the Double Geist Trapper, and the Pathbreaker Worm, so I didn't think 4 was just enough to, justify the Joint Assault over the Zealous Strike. Decided not to main deck the Cloud Shift or the Sheltering Word or the Presence. So these are still options that we have out of our sideboard that I think are going to be pretty good. Mm-hmm. We also have Curse Break for sideboard. I don't see myself super likely to sideboard the Midnight Duelist, but if we, I don't know, it's probably good against that red-white human deck that we surely passed. And Angel's Mercy as well, same reason. Vanguard Shield maybe too. You were talking that up, and I admittedly have not tried it, so it's an option.
It could be a possibility. I mean, we have 3 Angelic Walls. Our whole object is to stall out, so...
It is definitely a stall card. It's actually, yeah, it is really good with Angelic Wall. Gives you, what, 7 toughness?
Yeah.
Double block?
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, you can block like a Cruin Striker and a token from Thatcher's Revolt with that.
That's true. Save yourself like 6 points of damage,
Yeah.
5 points of damage. I like it. Alright. I think we're going to run it like this, going to round 1. So, see you shortly. Wish us luck.